Alrighty, hopefully people can hear me on the live stream here at Junior Nationals. My name is Ben Ogden. We're getting geared up for the first race of the day, which is the U16 girls mass start. Unfortunately, I do believe we're experiencing some minor technical difficulties here in the live stream / live timing / announcing booth. So we might not have the most detailed live stream right this second, but the girls are officially off. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Looks like a clean start, massive field, so it should be a fun one. As hopefully everybody can see, it's a good old New England day. Me and Quincy are starting to sound like a broken record here with this weather talk, but it is raining and warm and cloudy, and it has rained all night. So the course is very slippery. We're deep into Clister territory on these heats. Oh, and here we have it. One early breakaway from number 3. So we'll have to keep an eye out on how the skis are looking on these climbs, because it could come into play. Lake Placid is a very hilly course, and it is a very tricky waxing day, so it should be fun.
Definitely. So some of our top-ranked athletes in this race include Leah Perrard, who was first in Monday's race and fourth yesterday. Mary Harrington, Linnea Ustigan, Tula Higman, Tegan Hoffman.
And as we wait for the next camera angle to show these young women, we can check in really quick with the Alaska Cup standings after 2 days of racing here at Junior Nationals. Hold on. Alrighty then. As promised, we're back with the Alaska Cup standings after day 2. Absolutely fantastic news. In terms of the top 3, coming in third after 2 days of racing is Alaska with 536 points. Coming in second is the Intermountain Division with 541 points. And with a 199-point lead, New England is leading the charge with 640 points. So, again, only halfway done with the racing, so we mustn't celebrate too soon. But that's where we're standing right now. And, yeah.
Big moves from Intermountain yesterday.
Big moves from Intermountain. I think they may have jumped from 4th up to 2nd, so that was sneaky. And for those curious, we also can bring you the Junior National Club team overall. And interestingly enough, we have 2 Alaskan clubs rounding out the top 2. Alaska Pacific University is currently winning with 1,033 points. Alaska Winter Stars is in second with 860 points. And Loppet Nordic Racing is in third with 842 points. So a tight race for the second and third positions, but I will say Alaska Pacific University seems to have quite the lead as of now. But awesome news, we have we have just around 50 different clubs represented here at the Junior Nationals 2024, which is pretty awesome. It shows the growing love and appreciation for this sport around the country. I mean, 50 clubs, that means 1 for every state, or even, maybe 10 in some states and 0 in others. But, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. It's always good to see that. And the last of our three points standings is the Roger Weston High School Team Award. So currently leading the charge there is Jackson Hole High School, followed closely by Robert Service High School and West Anchorage High School. Robert Service and West Anchorage are both in Anchorage, so the Alaskans are well up there as per usual. But currently the high school to beat is Jackson Hole High School, so off to a good start, but there's a lot of racing yet to come that could change these standings up. Apologies, I guess I can just go. Apologies for the slight delay in the announcing action. As I said earlier, we are dealing with some slight technical difficulties here, but working on getting the live results pulled up right now so we can get an idea of what's going on out there on the course.
We just saw our athletes lap through for the first time.
This is a 5K race, of course, and I think they are doing 2.5K laps, so they're just around halfway done.
For a total of 10. U20s are doing 3 laps of 5.K for 15.
Perfect. So and here we can see some of our athletes working their way up the hill into the stadium. And as we said, we're in the beginning, we're seeing a lot of herringbone out there, a lot of sort of a running technique as the tracks fall apart a little bit. But the U16 girls are tenacious, and they're really not letting the adverse conditions slow them down, as we can see.
Not at all. They are powering through this race.
Lap.
And here is a nice view of the stadium. We can see our athletes in the U16 women's category lapping through. They will do 2 laps of a 2.5K course, as we said. So they are halfway through right now, powering through the rain and the mist here in Lake Placid.
Around comes some of our early seeded women. Hard to say exactly if they're the leaders or not, but that was number 5 leading the charge there, Tegan Hoffman from Park City Ski and Snowboard. That she has had a fantastic week thus far with 2 All-American ranks. She was in the final in the sprint 2 days ago and was 6th in the 5-kilometer skate on Monday. So definitely a good week for her, but she is looking to capitalize on this last race and see if she can sneak onto that podium. And here we can. This camera angle is really showing us the scope of the weather out there. We have fog. We have wet tracks. If you look down on the tracks in the finish line there, you can see that sort of grayish color. That's kind of indicative of plenty of moisture down in there. So A tricky thing about today when it comes to ski testing is that the tracks on the course may have been set at a different time than the tracks in the test track or elsewhere. So you might wax for out of the tracks or in the test track, and it might be different on course. So these are all just one of the that's one of the many variables that the wax techs are trying to deal with today, and I'm sure that they are handling it to the best of their abilities. But even at the top level, a day like today can cause for extremely slippery skis, and sometimes the athletes are forced to change their race plan and their technique drastically in order to handle the changing conditions out there.
These skiers seem to be tackling the course pretty well, though, today. Some impressive skiing going on in the inclement weather.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, we can see this corner too. Also, getting a little bit tracked out, a little bit tricky to make it around. But this is an important aspect of ski racing. It's everywhere. Every venue in the world is prone to warm temps, prone to winter rain. So the better you can get at it as an athlete and a wax tech, the more likely you are to have success in future years.
Here we catch a glimpse of some skiers powering up that last hill. It's definitely tough. They've got 2 days of racing now on the legs, and it can cause some fatigue. But they did have 1 day of rest yesterday to prepare for this, and tomorrow they will be doing a relay, the most exciting race of the whole week.
Definitely, definitely. We've been talking a lot this week about how at junior nationals competitors become teammates, and it's never more true than on the relay day. You team up with your region and form. Let's see, I think it's 4-person teams, mixed gender, and may the best region, the strongest region, win. It's very exciting and it's fun to really up the camaraderie even to that next level on the last day of racing at junior nationals. It leaves everybody with a very good taste in their mouth because if the Rocky Mountain team wins, then everybody on Team Rocky Mountain wins to some extent. That's kind of a nice feeling, whereas that you don't always get when just a Rocky Mountain athlete, for instance, wins a race. We definitely feel that to the ultimate extent on the World Cup. We race, 25, 30 individual start races a year. And some are great, some are bad, but you just sort of learn to roll with the ups and downs of you and your teammates and the team in general. But then the relay day always has a different feel to it because the team wins. If Team USA wins, it's the whole team that wins, whether or not you're out there racing or not. So that's a really fun aspect. And here we have number 3 ripping up the hill. Oh my goodness, that must be our race leader. I believe that is Lena Ostigen. She was second in the Monday's 5K event and 10th in the sprint the other day. So she is certainly a favorite for today's race, but this chase pack is coming, and they're coming fast as well.
Yeah, I think in second that was number 11, Cora Hinsdale from NICEF, representing Mid-Atlantic. But yeah, you're right, Ben, a large pack of chasers, but these skiers are almost done with their race, so I'm not sure how much time can be made up. And we see our leader now coming down the hill, keeping her footing through the slushy patches. Powerful double pole. I don't think anyone is going to catch number 3.
That was a positively fast. Oh my goodness, we have a little crash on the downhill. Another good insight into the realities of cross country ski racing. It's when it's fast and like this, it can be a little bit dangerous when you come into the corner. So good to see most of the athletes checking their speed and just being as smart as they can coming into this final climb. But we should have our first finisher any second now.
Yeah, our top 3 coming down this final hill were Lena Ustigen, Cora Hinsdale, and Sierra Strecker, I believe. But we will see the finish
and
coming
here
up
comes
here.
Lena Ustigen into the finish line. Big congratulations for her. She was not going to be satisfied with second place on Monday and comes out here and just attacks this race and goes straight for the national championship position. Big congratulations to her. on a fantastically skied 5K. And the local athlete from NICEF coming in for the silver medal. A great race from her, and really good to see the locals capitalizing on their home course here in Lake Placid.
Yeah, great race from Cora Hinsdale there. And in third, we have our far west skier, Sierra Strecker, but being closely pursued. There's a sprint finish for fourth. That was number 8 and number 13.
It looks like that was Isabella Waters and Maya Stiency.
Isabella Waters, of course, our sprint champion from yesterday.
Yes, indeed. And here comes number 7. Looks like she is a little tired, but luckily nobody in sight. She did her work out on the course, so she gets to cruise over the finish line. That is Maya Cam Magruder, the silver medalist from Wednesday's sprint.
And here's another glimpse at our racers still on course, tackling the last hill.
And now the finish line starts to get hectic. This is looking like a proper mass start. We have number 17, number 15, and somebody else sprinting for what is surely around top 10. Definitely starting to be a little bit harder to see who's coming in, but looks like a lot of rocky skiers coming in, a couple intermountain skiers. This was a fast and fierce 5K. Oh my goodness, it was over before we even got going. Very good work to all the athletes here at Junior Nationals 2024. That ends the individual racing for these U16 girls.
A very tight group here. We're seeing lots and lots of skiers in only the last minute, so definitely every second counted today, and we can see that these racers are definitely proud of their effort. They're congratulating their teammates. They're congratulating other teams'
Oh yeah,
mates.
definitely. We can see number 6 just gave us a little taste of the wax situation out there. She had the rainbow-based Solomons, which can only mean one thing. Basically maximum moisture in the snow, as we know, but that gives us proof. She had clister underneath there, and that definitely tells us just how hard this race was. I mean, a proper clister race in the rain and in the snow is never easy. But
We've definitely got a taste of all kinds of classic Northeast weather. We got snow flurries, we got a sunny spring skiing day, and now, of course, a nice rainy day.
yeah, we definitely had that. It's good to round out the complete package in the Northeast here. Let's see, 73 and 46 are battling it out up this hill. That is Paloma Good from Loppet Nordic Racing and Helena Hacker from Peak Nordic Ski Club, representing the Great Lakes.
55 now coming across the line. That was Ava Minoto.
What a packed finish coming up here. This looks like number 52, number 27, and a couple others. And now coming up the hill is number 71 and number 66. These are Ingrid Dickman from the Iola Winter Sports Club and Mirinda Shander. Congratulations to all the athletes here in the 5K Classic in Lake Placid Junior Nationals. As a reminder, we currently have the Alaskans in 3rd place, Intermountain in 2nd place, and New England in 1st place on the Alaska Cup rankings. So today is a very important day for that. Oh, featured dead center in the live stream is Brandon Herhusky and Meg Yoder. Brandon is the assistant coach for the UVM Catamounts. He has an athlete racing here by the name of Owen Young, and Meg Yoder is the assistant coach for EMXC. So good to see them coming out here and showing some support for their athletes on a rainy day in Lake Placid. Now we can really see the extent of this chaos in the finish line. Everybody is congratulating each other, getting their bibs off, catching their breath, doing what they do as the last couple athletes come over the finish line. As a reminder, we will have our podium ceremony for the top. Okay, I'm being told we will not have a podium ceremony for the. Perfect. Cool. We will not have a podium ceremony for these girls today. All going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a very exciting day, full of honors for the athletes from the last 2 days, along with awarding the Alaska Cup and the other various club awards.
So we've had an update on our schedule today due to some of the weather, and so we just saw our U16 women, and now in only 9 minutes, we'll have our U16 men's 5K mass start. Then at 10:20, we will have the U18 women's 10K mass start. Following that, at 11:15, we will have the U18 men's 10K mass start. At 12:30, we'll have the U20 women's 15K mass start, and at 1:45, the U20 men's 15K mass start here today. So each age group tackling 5 more kilometers. The older age groups getting ready for stepping up in the next couple of years to do some collegiate racing and some longer distances. So excited to see as the day progresses how these different skiers will tackle different lengths of race on this course. If
Definitely,
you want to check out the schedule, go to mountvanhoevenberg.com and check out the XC Junior Nationals 2024 Lake Placid page.
All right, this just in from the organizing committee. It looks like we're going to be rolling with a 15-minute delay on the U16 men's 5-kilometer Mass Start Classic. So tune in for that at 9:45, and we have results from the U16 women's 5K coming rather shortly. So for those interested, stay tuned, and we'll be announcing them over the live stream, as I know. And here they are. Quincy will get us going with the top 10.
So still unofficial, but at this point, our top 10 for the U16 girls are Linnea Ustigen from the Midwest in first, Cora Hinsdale from Mid-Atlantic in second, Sierra Strecker from Far West in third, Mia Stiasny from Alaska in fourth, Isabella Waters from Intermountain in fifth, Tula Higman from Intermountain in sixth, Maya K. Magruder from Alaska in seventh, Elliot Sensabaugh from Alaska in eighth, Caroline Mena from the Pacific Northwest in ninth, and Leah Perard from New England in 10th. So that is your unofficial U16 women's top 10 here today. If you want some more info and live timing, head over to bullettiming.com. That is BULLITT timing.com.
Appreciate that, Quincy. Appreciate that. Congratulations to all of our athletes in today's race. I mean, the top 10 are the ones that get deemed the All-Americans, but I would say that every athlete who raced today is a true All-American because we are dealing with a proper American race out there. That was gritty and challenging in just about every way, and every athlete who made it up the hills and down the hills and over the finish line should be very proud of themselves because that was a hectic race, and it's only going to get more hectic as the day goes on. I'm glad to announce that we've sorted out some of the technical difficulties, so I believe we're live on the live stream now, and we have stadium announcing going, and the live timing is looking good, so we're ready to rumble for the rest of today. It looks like in the stadium we can see this shot is the men are gearing up to go, and the women are packing up and getting ready to go and get warm and dry. So we have a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch going on inside the stadium. Wax Tech's tuning up the skis, receiving feedback from the women, no doubt, and changing things up. Yep, that's what's going on.
We will be back in 20 minutes for the U16 men's race, so don't go anywhere.